A Lit in 10 discussion with Lisa M. Kendrick. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight by the anonymous Gawain poet. Historians have placed the poet who wrote Sir Gawain and the Green Knight in England in the 14th century, making him a contemporary of Geoffrey Chaucer. The Gawain poet's dialect suggests he was from northern England, was from an affluent family, but was probably not an aristocrat due to his language associated with country living. This piece and 3 religious poems are all that are left of his work. A medieval romance is a dramatic story told via verse or prose. It involves idealized or larger-than-life characters, a hero who must face a challenge or embark upon a quest, an exotic setting, supernatural or magical elements, and hidden or mistaken identities. Medieval knights followed a strict chivalric code that included oaths associated with truth, charity, justice, chastity, prudence, and truth. Making an inference when reading a selection is making logical guesses about a text or character based on clues in the text and your own experiences. The cliché reading between the lines comes from this idea that an astute reader can understand something about the written words that is not directly stated. For instance, an author may never say that a character is afraid of thunder, but may describe the character hiding underneath the covers during storms. Sir Gawain is King Arthur's nephew. He is one of the key knights of the Round Table, although, being younger than Arthur, joins the knights after the Arthurian saga has begun. He is usually portrayed as the most faithful, religious, and chivalrous, never faltering in his support of the king. When the Green Knight shows up at the Christmas feast to challenge a knight, it is Gawain who steps forward rather than allowing Arthur to endanger himself. The Green Knight is a larger-than-life figure. He and his horse are massive, and their hair is green with interwoven gold threads and bells. In this piece, the Green Knight is synonymous with paganism. He is supernatural. He is oddly large and green, like the Green Man from pagan mythology. He is considered the inspiration for Charles Dickens' Ghost of Christmas Past. Unlike Grendel, this pagan is considered honorable. The Green Knight has been considered one of the most puzzling figures in Arthurian legend. Eventually, he joins the Round Table and is a tester of new knights. In this piece, however, he seems most associated with pagan mythology that Catholicism has all but banished from England. The green and gold of him and his steed and his lady's sash are all heavily pagan in symbology, and Gawain must leave civilized court and travel to a wild and rugged place to meet him. Gawain does not allow Arthur to accept the challenge, but does so for him. Gawain chops off the Green Knight's head. Then, seeing the Green Knight survive and knowing in a year and a day he will show up and he will not survive the return blow, he does not back down. When on his quest to find the knight, Gawain is tempted by a lord's wife and does not succumb. Gawain not only fulfills a quest, but he is also honorable, almost to a fault. As the end of the year approaches, Gawain sets off to find the Green Knight and fulfill his promise. He experiences many adventures and eventually stumbles upon a magnificent castle. The Lord and Lady welcome him and say the Green Knight is nearby, so invite Gawain to rest with them. The Lord is, of course, the Green Knight in disguise. The lord of the castle says that he must go out and hunt every day, and that in the evening he will exchange his kills for anything Gawain is given during the day. While alone with him, the lady attempts to seduce Gawain. For 2 days, he accepts nothing but a kiss on the cheek from her, passing that on to her husband. But on the 3rd day, he accepts a gift from the lady which he hides from her husband. The only weakness Gawain shows is accepting the lady's girdle and not telling the Lord about this gift. When Gawain meets the Green Knight, the knight takes 2 swings at Gawain with the axe, but does not touch him. However, on the 3rd swing, the Green Knight nicks Gawain's neck. He tells him it is because Gawain broke faith, and since it is only a belt he hid that might save his life, Gawain is still honorable despite the lie. The theme of this piece is about Christian morality and knightly chivalry. The Green Knight is testing to see if this system can hold up under duress. Thanks for stopping by. Nothing enhances cognitive abilities, increases vocabulary, or expands horizons more than reading. Be sure to check out my other videos in this Lit in 10 discussion series.